What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. If it's your first time, welcome overall. My name's Jordan Moyer, and if it is your first time, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there. You're not going to want to miss all the cool stuff that I've got coming your way. Okay, so today I'm coming to you guys from my basement gym as usual. I'm here in Alberta, Canada. It is friggin' cold out there. It is like minus 21. They say it feels like minus 30 something. So if you're up in Canada, then you know what I'm talking about. It is friggin' crap weather outside right now. Nothing better to do than be getting a workout in, or maybe just being outside of the cold.
And here we have a before picture of me with puny little twig arms. Now, if that's you, you're definitely going to want to pay attention to this video now, because we can show you how to get bigger arms. The after picture is what I was able to achieve after several different years of training. So today's video, I'm going to show you my best kept secrets, how you can go from before having arms like that to after having arms like this. Stay tuned.
And we're going to show you the best things that you can do right now, especially if you're a skinny guy, so that you can get bigger arms, okay? I'm also going to have a bit of an arms workout at the end of the video. Don't worry, there's a timeline in the comments, okay? So, you know what, if you're really just here for the workout, feel free to go ahead to that, right? But don't forget to smash the like button on your way over there.
Studies have shown that the #1 cause of having small arms is failure to smash the like button. So take the first step to getting bigger arms right now by going to press that like button.
Okay, so I figured I would also share a little bit about, me and why the heck you should listen to me on how to get bigger arms anyway, right? When I started out in about 2006, getting my workouts in, I was about 135 pounds, and when you're 6'2", I mean, that's really friggin' skinny, okay? I was literally a skeleton, okay? I was probably about, in that before picture that I showed you there, I was probably about 150 or 155 pounds, I don't know, but definitely bigger than when I had initially started when I was in my early 20s there, okay? So I was literally past my teenage years, into my adult years, and I still hadn't put on the muscle that I wanted to successfully, okay? So if that sounds like you, these tips will probably help you out. Okay, so in 2006, I started at about that 135 pounds, and then I worked, on and off. I went up and down. I went up to 165, down to 140, up to 165, down to 145. I went up to, 175. At a point, a benchmark was 180. Another benchmark was 195. Eventually, after 6 years, I got myself up to 205 pounds. So put on about 70 pounds, but it did take me 6 years to do. Okay, so that's one thing to realize. It's really going to take you some time to put on good quality muscle as well. But I did it completely naturally. I was eating everything I could. I remember I used to eat, scrambled eggs with bread, slices after slice of bread for breakfast. Used to have big plates of rice and like lentil curry kind of stuff like that. Fish, fried foods, ice cream, pizza, everything I could get my hands on, right? So I did what they call a dirty bulk, right? And when I got up there, I got up to about, I'll say, 20 to 25% body fat, okay? And for me, especially, that wasn't ideal. For anyone, that honestly isn't really ideal as well. Typically, you want to stay under 25 to be, a healthier version of yourself. But it was like pre-YouTube, right? And what we did was we looked at a lot of magazines. We did a lot of trial and error. I read a lot of books, figuring out how to diet and, best practices like that. One of the best things that I did, though, was kind of talk to other people and get their experiences as well, which is what I'm hoping to kind of, do here. Hopefully by me sharing some of the things that I've done and helped me out, it'll help other people who were like me get past, some plateaus that they've had as well, right? But even if your goal is losing weight, this video will help you out as well, just because the more muscle mass that you have, the more calories you burn overall. So adding muscle and, doing strength training workouts also burns body fat. Okay, so I will give you guys the best practices right now. Basically, it comes down to two main things. You gotta eat and you gotta lift. right? You got to eat more than you're currently eating if you're a skinny guy, especially, right? And you know, you got to make sure you're getting a minimum amount of protein. I've worked at LA Fitness now for over 5 years. At one time, I was the manager of the personal training department, and I had 7 trainers working for me. We literally had hundreds of clients. The number one thing that I noticed that people were not doing was getting enough protein. And that magical number that you want to focus on getting is 1 gram per pound of body weight. You also want to be getting an overall calorie surplus, right? And I recommend about 500 calories above what you can find your maintenance calories is. Now, if you're trying to figure out what your maintenance calories are, I always recommend something called the Harris-Benedict formula. So Harris-Benedict formula. Basically, you need to know your weight, your height, your age, your activity level, all that stuff. You punch it in and it'll give you a rough equation of what your maintenance calories are going to be. So you take that, add about 500 calories to that, and then, you know, keep consistent with it. Now, in terms of lifting, there's a couple main things, right? What you want to do is make sure you lift heavy, and then you also want to do a lot of volume, okay? When it comes to overall sets, right, if you're either a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, you can do a different amount of sets for your workouts. Up to 10 sets for beginner, 10 to 15 for intermediate, I would say, and then more than 15 if you're advanced, right? Basically, how long you've been working out and how used you are to it dictates whether you'd be a beginner, intermediate, or advanced, right? When you're lifting heavy, what I like to do are pick exercises that you can overload with, right? So my favorite, absolute favorite go-to bicep exercise is the preacher curl. I'll grab weight that you can do about 6 to 8 reps with, you know, do 3 or 4 sets of that to start the workout out typically. And at the same time, I'll usually do a close grip bench press. Again, 3 or 4 sets of that, about 6 to 8 reps, focusing on pushing with your triceps, okay? The triceps are actually about 2/3 of the arm. So if you focus on having bigger triceps, you're gonna end up having bigger arms overall. So a lot of your pushing exercises like push-ups, your bench presses, anything like that can really be focused on building your triceps as well. And I would typically train arms with supersets. So biceps and then triceps exercises right after, or the other way around, just because it would save time in workouts and you can, you know, get more done in less time that way, because there's a lot of work to be done with your biceps. You ideally want to get about, you know, 8 to 10 sets in with biceps and 8 to 10 sets in with triceps when you're in the advanced stages. Now, in terms of mistakes that I see people make, it typically comes to do with form. You know, you're either swinging the arm, right, using momentum, stuff like that, or you're not getting a full contraction. So make sure you're not doing things like that. And as long as you're getting an extra 500 calories in per day, and as well as 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, just give yourself at least 48 hours between every arm session. So if you're train arms Monday, you know, take Tuesday, Wednesday off of arms at least. Don't hit them again until Thursday, okay? Now, I hope you guys like those tips so far. What I'm gonna do now is cycle through a workout video, which I'll do a little bit of a voiceover for. You know, if you like what you see so far, if it's helping you out, please drop a comment below. Let me know what you're liking. And if you have any other body parts that are giving you trouble as well, make sure to let me know. Drop a comment down there. I'll show you how you can take them to the next level, okay? So I hope you enjoy this workout.
Okay, here we go. Take a screenshot of the workout card here if you're going to do it later. Also, if you are planning on giving this workout a try, drop a comment there below just to let me know. As you can see, I've paired everything up as a superset, so you're working your biceps and your triceps essentially back to back. But the way this program's done, what you want to do is do, you know, all 4 tricep exercises first, and then all 4 bicep exercises. If you really want to, you can alternate back and forth, but it's totally your call. In the next part of the video, what I'll be doing is taking you through a video of each of the exercises indicated here, and also showing you how to make sure you're using the best technique for each of the exercises. So for the first exercise, the banded single arm tricep extension, what I've done is gotten down into a position where I can support myself on this bench, and also have my shoulder and elbow lined up in as much of a straight line on the same angle that the elastic band is going, so that I can get the most possible work done on my tricep. Now I'm lined up against the bench as well, making sure that my body doesn't swing around or I don't use any other muscles that aren't intended to be used for this. One of the biggest mistakes I see with tricep extensions is when people don't have the weight lined up with their joints enough, or they end up, using their shoulders too much into the motion. So, stack your joints, make sure you're pushing the weight in the same line as your elbow and your shoulder. For your bicep concentration curls, make sure you follow the same principle in pulling the weight directly as much as you can with your joints stacked. What I've done is gotten into a kneeling position again here, and my goal is to try to keep my elbow above my shoulder for the entire range of motion. Again, make sure you get a full extension and then again a full contraction at the end. For your hammer curls, make sure you're not swinging and using any momentum. Strict all the way up, all the way down, and I'm supporting myself with one hand on the weight rack here, just so that it's easier not to do that. Now your close grip, neutral grip bench here, it's pretty easy to focus on your triceps, but I would definitely say that this is where the mind-muscle connection becomes important as well, right? So make sure you're consciously making an effort to use your triceps for the pushing more than your chest, and I find that for me, if I don't let it go all the way down, it's easier to keep my triceps engaged for this one. Easy bar 21s are pretty straightforward. You do the exercise in 3 different parts, and each part is about 7 reps. So first 7 reps of the bottom portion of the exercise, the bottom half, 7 reps of the top half after that, and then 7 reps of a full range of motion after that. And you should just barely be able to make it through this, so use a weight that is adequate. Okay, close grip push-ups. Simple enough. Make your hands roughly shoulder width apart. Again, mind muscle connection, so you're mostly pushing with your triceps. Try to bring your chin or your nose almost to the ground so it's almost touching, and then push straight up so your elbows almost lock out. Dumbbell skull crushers. Pick a weight that you can easily get 20 to 30 reps with, and make sure you go through the full range of motion. Bring the dumbbells all the way down so they're close to your ears at the bottom, and then at the top make sure you get a full extension, locking your elbows out. I can see here in the video that I'm flaring my elbows a little bit, which is not ideal. Try to make sure that your elbows are stacked vertically right over your shoulders for this while you work through the range of motion. Hopefully you don't mind the background there. As you can see, I was doing a little bit of painting at the time of filming this as well. For your reverse grip curls, make sure you go all the way to failure and make it burn.
Okay, and that's the end of the how to get bigger arms for skinny guys video. Thank you guys for coming on by. As always, I appreciate having you here. Please hit that like button if you haven't already. It really helps the channel out in a phenomenal way. Also, drop an emoji down in the comment section if you haven't already. You can do the bicep or your favorite emoji. Again, it helps the channel out in a phenomenal way, right? If you can share this with someone that you think might benefit from it, I would really appreciate it as well. But as always, stay fit, guys, and we'll see you next time.